guys, this is Carolyn. I've actually had a request from a friend to do some videos over like college freshman stuff, moving into dorms, what you do and don't need and whatnot. So we'll have a whole series of that coming up. So today I'm going to do a video on the top 5-ish essentials I feel like are needed in a dorm room, stuff that I actually used and needed myself and didn't have. Russet, move. So the very first thing I actually wish that I did have flip-flops or shower shoes. So when I was in a dorm, I lived in a dorm that had a more private bathroom. So the way it was set up was we had, there was 2 bedrooms where there were 2 of us in each bedroom, and then there was a bathroom in the middle for us to share. And so there was only 4 of us sharing it, but I still wish I had the shower shoes or flip-flops when I had it, because I still got a real gnarly case of athlete's foot from it, and there's other fungus, like foot funguses that can come from that. So that was the number one thing for me, and that's definitely needed if you are at a school or in a dorm with a communal bathroom. I know Texas State has just about all styles of dorms here. There's the classic, which is where there's communal bathrooms. Then they've also got the ones that are kind of like what I had, which have more of a shared place. There are apartment style. There's also basically on-campus apartments. And so there's just a huge range there of stuff that was needed. So that was something that I know with Texas State you have all options there, but I feel like either way you need something to wear in the shower so you can protect your feet. The next thing that I would recommend is a pair of slippers. So these slippers are not exactly what I would wear, but they have like slip-on slippers. There's Crocs, fuzzy Crocs. All of those would be great options in a dorm, especially when you're walking around, like if you're going from your room to the laundry room. It's nice to have something you can just slip into, but there's also just the fact that sometimes you don't get control over the temperature in the dorms, so you can be freezing, and it's nice to keep your feet warm. So these are a must as well. So the next thing is actually 2 to go along with it. So I would say either a water pitcher with filtered water in, where you can fill it up with water and filter it out, which ends up being the cheaper option over time. This, or you can buy from like Walmart or H-E-B or Target. You can get for $1 or less gallon bottles of filtered drinking water. And to go along with this, I would also say a water bottle. A nice water bottle to go along with it. So I actually learned at Tarleton how the water is different in basically every city. It's filtered differently. The harder the water is, the worse it is for your body. And I did have issues with my body the first couple semesters I was at Tarleton. The water was just so hard, and so it was not the easiest thing to deal with, and so I had to get under a probiotic. My mom helped me get the probiotic, and I had to get filtered water. And so even if you don't have a fridge to keep that water cold in, it's still nice to have a pitcher, because you can filter the water out and know you're getting some of the extra minerals and stuff out of your water, and you know that it's safer for you to drink. Especially if you're the further away you are, the more differences there are, and so your body is not used to it, and it can make it harder, and so it's always better to have that extra little bit of filtration there. And it's also nice to have your own water bottle. You can fill up with your own water you know is good, and then you can have that when you're walking campus or in classes and whatnot. The next, well, this is like 1 to 2 things that I would say is I would actually say both a pair of headphones as well as wireless earbuds. So I would use the earbuds for when you're like on campus and doing homework and stuff, but I would use the headphones in my dorm, and I've actually done this. So the earbuds that work the best for me, so I've got both a pair of AirPods and a pair of Jabras. So either or work. The Jabras are cheaper than the AirPods, but the thing for me is I've got the ones that have the silicone covers over the tips, and there's latex in them, so the longer I wear them, the more irritated my ears get, which is why headphones end up being more comfortable. I actually prefer the Skull Candy wireless earbuds. I've had 3 pairs of these now Max has pair number 2 that I had. But these are noise canceling, so when I'm in a dorm, it's really nice because then I can put them on, block out all other noise, and be able to focus on my own stuff. And especially if your roommate's there all the time, you want to be able to block out the extra noise. And so it's helpful to have headphones because then you can block all of that out. Plus the AirPods and the Jabras here, they're both really good for when you're on campus because you don't have to carry around a bulky pair of headphones. You have a small thing you can keep in your backpack or your pocket and it not take up much space or add any extra weight. So that's why I would recommend using both and not one or the other. And then lastly, of my top recommended things for a dorm especially, is a lab desk. I didn't get this until last semester when I saw Max had one, but this would have come in handy when I was in my dorm. I used a clipboard when I was on my bed because it wasn't always more comfortable to be at the desk to work on stuff. Part of the problem was the desk chairs aren't the most comfortable. The desks are just kind of generic. But I would have loved to have had this to be able to work in bed and have it on my lap working on stuff. The one Max has divots at the top where you can put in your pencil so you don't lose it. But these are definitely a lifesaver. I got this one on Amazon. So, and it wasn't too bad. I think it was about 20 bucks. So that you can get them for a very inexpensive cost. So these are my top 5 things that I would definitely recommend getting for a dorm, things that you really need to have on hand that you will use. Now I will have more videos coming up in the future with stuff like dorm hacks, what not to bring to a dorm, what to expect, kind of like college freshman year advice videos. So that is going to be all for today. You can like and subscribe, comment down below. You can follow us on Instagram, it's linked down below. And we'll see you in our next video. Bye guys!